Hey, this is Dan with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be knowing versus doing. Alright, and we'll get to the topic in a second. First, let's take a couple of nice, relaxing, cleansing breaths. Breathe in the peace. Breathe out the static and the noise. Breathe in the confidence. Breathe out the fear. Alright, so as it relates to this whole TMS stuff, this mind-body syndrome, this stress illness, all this stuff, getting better is much more about knowing than it is doing, right? So many of us want to heal perfectly. We want to do this TMS process perfectly, so we create these checklists and these daily practices, and I know a number of TMS coaches, practitioners, doctors will give you homework, and here, do this homework every day, and it's with really good intent, but I'm starting to see, just through the interaction with so many people, that when things click for people, it's not that they did that checklist perfectly, it's that they began to know deeply and trust deeply that they're actually okay already. That is usually the tipping point in when people really start to make progress and get better. So it's not about doing. It's not about doing things perfectly. It's not about checking off every single thing that you think you should do every day and making sure you do it perfectly, because many of us are perfectionistic in nature. And we feel like, I've got to do this TMS process perfectly, and if I don't journal perfectly, if I don't soothe perfectly, if I don't meditate perfectly, if I don't do deep breathing perfectly, right? If I don't get this mindset perfect, if I don't shift my focus away from the pain perfectly, and oh no, I started thinking about the pain, so I'm not doing this right, and I'm not going to get better because I was noticing my pain today. You see how quickly the inner dialogue, the skeptic, the fear-based, anxiety-filled skeptic is still looking at the to-do list and the checklist as their master. And I really don't think it's about that. People will say to me, Dan, what's your daily practice? I don't have one. Why? Because I know deeply that all of my 13 years of pain was 1000% TMS. And as I said a minute ago, the tipping point for me was going from trying to do this healing process perfectly until I finally just knew. I knew I was okay. And I stopped looking at the pain. I stopped chasing it. I stopped fighting it. I stopped staring at it. I just knew I was okay. And when I finally said, screw it, let me get back to living my life, that's when I started to get better, and get better fast. I think I've mentioned this before, but so many times people will be like, Dan, it took you 13 years to get better? I don't have 13 years to get better. I've already been suffering this long, and wow, my God, I can't believe it'll take me 13 years. It's not. It's not. We're giving you the cheat sheet in these daily videos. We're giving you the fast start. We're getting you all the way through 13 years of lessons learned and mistakes made, right to the good stuff, which is how to get better quicker. And so if you are compulsively, obsessively trying to tackle this like, a to-do list that your life depends on, because I know it can feel that way, you're actually putting more pressure on yourself and more self-judgment. Am I doing it right? And if they show up the next day and the pain's still there, what do we get? More self-judgment. I'm doing it wrong. Why am I still, hurting? Why am I still having these symptoms? It doesn't matter what your symptoms are. If you're constantly questioning, how come this isn't working for me? I'm not doing it right. I'm missing something. Maybe I missed the emotion. Maybe I'm not journaling right. Maybe I didn't get to some past trauma. Maybe I'm not soothing well, right? All of these self-judgments say, as long as I feel symptoms, I'm doing it wrong. But you're not. When you get into that state of panic that I must be doing it wrong because I still have symptoms, are you anywhere near indifferent to the pains or symptoms? I challenge you. You're not anywhere near it. Because if you're obsessing on fixing yourself perfectly so you get better and judging yourself if you're not better yet, you're nowhere near indifferent. And that's another tipping point. When you truly can say, I know exactly what's going on, and I can chill out, I can relax. It's a major tipping point. But when you can truly say, look, because I know so deeply that I'm okay, I can truly decide, and it is a decision, I can decide to not care about the symptoms. And for anybody who's going, but Dan, it hurts so much, they're so uncomfortable, I challenge you, make the decision. You are not indifferent yet. And if you truly knew and accepted that it's all just TMS, then you could be indifferent, or at least work towards it every day. Get a little bit more indifferent each day. It's not going to happen in one overnight, decision. I'm going to be indifferent today. You can make a huge step, or take huge steps and make huge progress towards being indifferent. And sometimes it literally is saying, screw it. I'm not going to give a crap anymore. If I hurt, so be it. I'm going to see how much fun I can have today. So really, getting better, it's not about doing things perfectly and doing more if you're not getting progress yet, so you got to double down and do more and more and more. This is not a full-time job. Please don't make it one. This is truly about knowing and accepting I'm already okay. It's truly about knowing that all your skepticism and doubt about, well, maybe it's physical, that's just the fear and anxiety brain just not trying to do anything, but it's the fear and anxiety that's keeping you stuck. When I say things like it's the fear and anxiety brain trying to keep you in pain, that gives it a motive or a reason to keep you in pain. And I don't know that the pain process is that conniving or evil or dastardly, right? But the fear and anxiety will absolutely keep us stuck. But when we truly know that we're okay, what happens to your fear and anxiety comes way down. So if you are wrapped up in doing it perfectly and judging how well you're doing it based on, do I still have symptoms or pains? I really encourage you to take a step back. Let go of the need or the desire to do and do it perfectly. And just know you're okay. And really, when you can let go of the judgment of how well you're doing this TMS practice, and just know that, hey, if I skipped journaling today, no big deal. It's not a problem because I know I'm okay. I don't have to do anything perfectly, right? Become indifferent. Shift your focus back to living your life. And just know deeply that you're okay. Yeah, if you want to, spend some time with an emotional discovery practice. Journaling, verbal journaling, somatic tracking. Just sitting with your emotions, asking, what am I feeling today? Right? Check in with yourself. That's okay. But boy, don't make it like a homework assignment that you hate doing and you're going to punish yourself if you don't do it and judge yourself that you'll never get better because you're not doing it right. Man, can you see, just as I describe these things, how much more pressure and fear and anxiety that puts on us? And literally, we are trying to convince the subconscious brain that we're actually okay. So all that judgment and fear and pressure and anxiety that we're creating with that thinking that we have to be perfect isn't going to help us create this feeling of safety and knowledge that we're actually okay. So it's really important, instead of worrying about doing, Just know deeply you're okay. Know that you're safe in your body, in your emotions, and even in your thinking. You're not broken, not physically, not emotionally, not mentally. And when you truly know that and accept that those are facts, not wishes or hopes, but those are facts, that you are truly not broken, feel that. Take that relaxing breath and go, oh, you mean I'm not broken? And that is such a feeling of relief. And I hope you guys can feel that deeply now. What a relief it is to know you're not broken. And that knowing it's just TMS. And knowing that you can stop caring about these symptoms because they're not harmful, they're not dangerous, it's just these learned neural pathways that are kind of stuck in the on position. And the way to turn them off is knowing that you're okay. Shifting your focus away from the symptoms so the brain can learn to let go of these neural connections. And being indifferent to them, because if you're indifferent, the brain's going to go, well, he doesn't seem to care about the pain anymore, so it must not be dangerous, therefore don't need to keep it wired. Right? So you see how all this stuff kind of comes together? It is absolutely knowing, not necessarily doing, that makes all the difference in the world. So with that, guys and gals, I love you. You can do this. Just know you can. And comment below. Let me know what you think. For anybody who recently turned the corner and started getting better, or recently got better, please confirm and share with the rest of the community whether or not it was that turning point for you. That losing the hyper focus and the anxiety and the fear of the symptoms, and just knowing, getting that peace of mind helped you relax and helped your nervous system calm down. Please, if that happened for you, comment below. Share your story with people so they can go, you know what, it's not just Dan saying this. Wow, other people, yeah, that's true. That is when they turn the corner. So, please guys, love you. You can do this. I know you can. And we'll talk to you soon. See ya.